A grand and good morning to you all. Welcome. This is Wake Up Nigeria for a brand new week. It is, of course, a Monday.
It is a marvelous Monday.
Absolutely.
I think the first Monday in March. Is it?
Yes, it is.
It
Indeed.
is. Mm-hmm.
Wow, I didn't even
So
remember.
what are you marching towards?
Oh, here we go.
What, really?
It's a
Come
good
on.
thing.
It is a
What
good
are
thing.
you matching towards for the month of March? What are your aspirations? What are your goals? Well, we can help you march in a very happy way all the way up until then. That's why you're here every single morning.
Yes,
Welcome
sir.
to Wake Up Nigeria. Yay!
And okay, so we've talked about marching, but let's talk about the Nigerian marching. What are you marching beneath your feet this Yes, so. And someone who has the world at her feet. The princess herself. Talking about Winfrey. She's in the kitchen this morning. Good morning.
Morning, guys. How you guys doing?
We are doing grand.
Early in the morning. It's not healthy. But thank you. It's, I mean, the year is running really pretty fast.
Fantastically, actually. I've got a question for you and an expose. People do not know. That's your real hair, isn't it? Is it?
Yes, it is.
Wow.
Yes,
there
it
you go.
Yeah.
No chances of that getting stolen in Lagos traffic.
No.
No, not at all.
Because it's happening.
And it's that, I'm gonna, just a little hint, it's making her some good money too.
There you go.
It is.
I wish my hair
Every
was that
inch of me makes me money. Every
Ooh, snap. All
I
right.
think you did that a bit too well. I can't even snap
Stop,
that way.
stop. I don't know what you're insinuating. Lagos, it's going to be a grand day. Of course, you know what we bring you, some happiness, positivity, and of course, along the way, bits of laughter here and there. Thank you for joining us on Channel 16 if you're watching us on GoTV, 121 on Star Times, and of course, 49, the option for UHF.
And of course, we're streaming on YouTube right now. We have TVC Entertainment. That's what you need to search for. We're streaming on X as well at TVC Entertainment _. And of course, we are expecting you to join us on Facebook, Twitter, all the platforms
YouTube
with
as well.
the hashtag WakeUpNigeria on TVC.
Yes, indeed. Now, let's let you guys know what we have coming up for you today. For a performance this morning, Ishola Toib Okpeyemi, popularly known as Lugo White. He's a Nigerian singer and songwriter, born and brought up in Bariga, by the way. He's an Afrofusion artist who hails from Kwara State, graduate of Mass Communication, Lascotech. He'll be joining us for a grand performance. If you guys stay tuned.
And for motivation, Damilola Ogunremi, owner of DRS Etiquette and Image Consulting, is an experienced etiquette and image expert. We are going to be talking enhancing productivity within an organization.
And as a final guest, we'll be sitting down and speaking with Okpe Victoria Ego, age 26. She's a dynamic entrepreneur and also the CEO of Is2Brick or Is2Buy Vic, a thriving fashion jewelry brand making waves in Nigeria. She's got a passion for style and also commitment to excellence. Victoria has achieved remarkable success in this industry. And of course, that's what we'll be speaking with her about when it comes her turn here on the couch. And you're all welcome. Welcome back. Welcome, ladies. Good to have you guys here.
Welcome to you too.
How was your weekend, either of you?
Restful, had some family time yesterday. Sadly, we lost a family member on Friday, on Thursday evening. So over Friday, it was, about telling the rest of the family about it. And then, of course, over the weekend, we had to go. But thankfully, the person had a very long life. So it was more of a family reunion of sorts, as opposed to something sorrowful. But it did make me think about, all our kids not meeting each other like the way we used to. There was
Waiting until such a moment before
waiting
people
until
come together. Yeah, that happens.
like that.
Moments like that. How did you do? What did you get up to?
Nothing much. Went home. Cooked all through Saturday.
You cooked.
Chilled.
Hang on. I think it's officially time to welcome her to our floor.
Why?
Because the older you get, you did nothing much your weekend becomes. Like, yeah, nothing much. You're welcome. You're welcome to old
What do you
age.
expect me to say? What?
Yeah, I was partying on the ride.
I was funny enough. I was actually never that person, even while I was in school.
You're getting old.
I know you like me, but the good thing is that
Welcome.
the higher I climb, the higher, in fact, you are.
But there's nothing wrong with getting old, especially
Absolutely
as we
not.
acquire and achieve things, put more memories together, hopefully with family and friends and all of that. I think the memories are the currency for our life. Currency of getting old.
When you're old. When you're young, it's energy, but when you're
Memories.
She might have a point.
There's something I saw over the weekend and I hadn't seen on in a while. Photo album.
Oh, yeah.
Where did those go to?
Under my mother's trunk.
Really?
Still got it there.
Yes,
Like all those big
yes.
boxes, you see all the albums there.
Yeah.
What? But we don't use photo albums anymore. Like, I hardly ever see them. What?
You on your phone, babe.
Wow.
Nah, but those are so temporary. They're so, the
What's
risk of
temporary
losing
about-
those are so easy.
If you use an iOS, it's not temporary.
iOS,
The
baby.
physical
It's in
one
the
that
cloud.
you have to struggle under the
It's in
weight
the
and
cloud.
lifting
And
each
to be
page.
honest, what I do right now as well is Instagram for me is like a photo album.
True.
Sometimes I just want to go back in time. I just
Very
scroll all the way down.
Wow.
And just brings
So
all-
that's the tool I use to save my daughter's memories. It's not because I want her to actually have
Yeah.
access to it.
Yeah.
I just use it to save her memories.
yeah, I think it's a beautiful way to.
I'll say something about this when we get to the couch, to the kitchen.
Yeah.
But thank you very much for joining in. Stay tuned. There's more coming your way.
Hello and good morning. It's time for a news update right here on Wake Up Nigeria. My name is Titilayo Onyison. Thanks for joining us. We start off in Doha, where President Bola Tinubu has assured foreign investors that Nigeria is ready for serious business, as his administration will deal decisively with any and all entrenched interests in the country who undermine investor confidence. President Tinubu also witnessed the signing of several agreements between Nigeria and Qatar. The agreements signed are in education, enterprise development, investment promotion, among other sectors. And the Minister of Solid Minerals Development, Dele Alaki, says data on patterns and quantity on energy mineral lithium are available at the Nigeria Geological Survey Agency for business purposes. The minister was speaking in Doha during a meeting with Qatari businessmen on the sidelines of President Tinubu's visit to the Arab country. Mr. Alake says mineral exploration initiated by the federal government has identified locations where lithium is in commercial quantities in high grades.
Quantities in several locations, not just one location.
Right.
Several states. In fact, our lithium, we have a competitive edge in terms of cost of production because it's not deep.
Close to surface.
Very, very close. There are some states, like in Nasarawa, you could literally pick on the ground.
Water is washing it away.
Yes. You pick on the ground. In fact, there are some illegal miners who don't dig at all. They don't speak
From the surface.
on the surface and go and wash and
Well settled. Financially, they're very strong. They're ready, like, to come with 1-2 billion is easy for them to put the money there. This is one thing. The second thing is technically they are very strong because they are already working in different countries. Thirdly, the technology they are using, so they have the finest technology as well.
Egypt hosted some envoys for further talks in diplomatic efforts for a ceasefire between Israel and Hamas as the war in Gaza continues. Israel is reported to be demanding reassurances on the status of the hostages before attending, but Israeli media say Hamas is refusing to confirm which of its hostages are still alive. So Israel will not attend. The U.S. says the 6-week pause, which would see the release of more Israeli hostages and Palestinian prisoners, pressure for a deal intensified after Thursday's incident outside Gaza City in the north of territory, where at least 112 people were killed as crowds rushed to an aid convoy. Hamas has accused Israel of shooting at civilians as they attempted to get food, but Israel has denied. And that's all we have time for when it comes to the news for this hour. But there's still loads more coming your way. It's Wake Up Nigeria. Stay with us.
Welcome back. It's decided I'm switching jobs. I'm going to be a trainer after today.
What?
Because of everything you just
What are you
said,
gonna be-
the access to.
What are you going to be training?
I don't know.
Oh, I haven't decided yet. Anyhow,
Switching careers.
okay, what's up and about, ladies? Let's talk about over the weekend and Moses Bliss getting married. Congratulations to Moses Bliss. Got married this weekend all the way in Ghana. The Black Stairs people are now one Nigerian richer.
Wow. Really, Mazino? That's where you went with this?
Moses, congratulations.
What is he
It
talking
happens
about?
the other way around.
It's the other way around. She's
Well,
joining us.
it is yet to be. It is being contested. It is being contested.
contested.
Let me go to my phone. Right after his marriage, congratulations once again. Reno Omokri took to his keypad.
Of course he did.
Reno Omokri to his keypad is like Daddy Freeze to his ring light. So he took to his keypad and he wrote this very long, very interesting. I'm going to see how much of it I can take before I let you guys address it. It starts like, I can understand why Moses Bliss married a Ghanaian. I have been to Ghana and their women tend to be easier to relate with than many southern Nigerian women. In fact, is love without billing still possible in southern Nigeria? In our part of the world, he is loving me means he is spending. When you tell many southern Nigerian girls, I love you, they hear you owe me. Especially those with industrial money obtainer culture. If you marry the industrial money obtainer, I pity you. The billing will become industrial. You will look after her and her family, her entire family, he says. No capping. He says no capping. You know, Mokri says no capping. No capping. And better not expect gratitude in their eyes. You are doing your duty. He goes on. It's like 3 paragraphs.
Yeah. So I like the way you wrapped it up.
Yeah. It was.
You are doing your duty.
You were doing your duty. Ooh.
Thank you for wrapping it up that way. There's a reason why other African countries' women prefer Nigerian men
Because we do our duty.
because they do their duty. Please. Now I hate to say that there's some other African men that are accused of not always bringing everything
Shirking
to the table and shirking their responsibilities. Not to say that women are supposed to siphon everything from a man. Industrially, how he put it. But the truth is, I have a feeling, I'm not sure about the statistics. Nigerian marriages probably do a little bit better than some other African
Because there is a
countries.
man who provides.
Because there's a man who provides.
Winfrey. Well, you're from southern Nigeria.
Wow.
Now.
What? Mazino, you're on fire today.
We won't put it out.
Well, what do you think?
Oh, well, first of all, I take. Why? What do you mean by South? Where's my camera? What do you mean by southern Nigerian women?
All of you now after the
I don't
north.
understand.
Everybody
I don't
on
get
that. Including the east.
Hey, I don't understand. So southern Nigeria, talking about Akwa Ibom, we're talking about Bayelsa,
Yeah.
Cross River, talking about Delta, we're talking about
Edo. All of you now.
What do you mean by if you say Nigerian women, I can understand, but don't say southern Nigerian women.
Yeah.
But anyways, that's his cup of tea. And I think the whole idea of commercializing of romance, as he puts it, right? It's to a very large extent, Nigerian men are proud, right? And their pride shows when they have money. I went to a wedding recently, and someone literally used money to call me.
Wow.
So if you if you behave like that, because you're trying to call me, what do you expect? You're showing me what you have. First of all, it tells me that that's all you have to offer.
Exactly.
Do you understand?
Not much
And to be
else.
honest, I won't say all African or all Nigerian or all Southern Nigerian women are that way. Do you understand? I honestly believe that you attract your true intention. Because, while there are some women that literally outrightly just go and then bill you, there are literally women that also, really reasonable. It's not a billing thing. Do you understand? It's not, some guys literally say all these things to literally avoid their responsibility, quotes and unquote.
And then you have to take into account all the amazing entrepreneurial, strong women who are covering up for their men.
Yeah, but then again, to be
Taking
very
care
honest,
of all those bills
to be very honest,
and making their men look good
even
out
if
there.
they make their men look good, Nigerian men they still want to pay the bill. Why are you not struggling?
Not all men.
Okay, so
I'm not
all
saying
men.
all
I
men.
like the
I'm
positive
saying all men.
angle you ladies have come at it from Nigerian men. It's your responsibility, and that's why we stand above when it comes to the ranking.
No,
of
it's
how
not. I'm not saying
men
that's not
take
what
care
I'm
of women
saying.
in
That's what
Yes.
Titi might be saying.
That's what I'm saying.
That is
I'm
what is in the
helping your
offering.
ego.
Exactly.
Wow.
Since that's what you're offering, I'm
Yes.
going to demand for it in any case. But what does that say to the quality of relationships, quality of marriages and relationships therein between Nigerian marriages and Ghanaian? He says, and I mean, it's been touted that Ghanaian relationships are deeper because it's not incentivized by money.
Oh, okay.
And we're saying that as our duty, and we love doing it. We're not,
Yeah.
So, if you want to compare the quality of either relationship, with the Ghanaian one or the Nigerian one, which would you say is stronger? The one that is provided for, that's the Nigerian one, where every man provides security in terms of money, or the Ghanaian one where it's based on mutual respect, responsibility, and love?
So you say the one from Nigeria?
I'm asking.
Sorry, respect.
I'm asking. I don't know.
Okay, so Winfrey,
Even the video that the man said it.
wait,
Love is
that-
sweet.
Where, but wait.
Oh.
Wait
So-
first. Wait. Where you are going?
I don't.
I know of some particular men that because they pay every single bill, the women do not have a say. I know some men that will even tell you, look, I pay everything, so you cannot tell me you will not wear the dress I told you to wear, or you cannot tell me, I want to eat this. You can't tell me that there's nothing, that I can't eat what I want. You can't tell a man anything because he's paying.
So that relationship is not a healthy
So-
one now, is it?
So I don't know if
It
you
depends,
can
though.
call it
I
unhealthy.
know the spectrum
If
of the line.
if the woman is okay with it, then
She
I don't
submits
see.
to her husband.
If she no, that's not submission.
I don't know. I'm trying to help you out
Just no, that's not submission. That is just understanding the relationship you're in.
Yeah, simple. And I think
Exactly, see,
in this
So,
life, the
it's
truth
not
of it is
hard.
that all this one of judging who likes money, who does not like, there is somebody for everybody. Do you understand? If you're of the mindset that a man should kill himself providing for you, if you're of the opinion that it's 50-50, that's also
Which is
just
best?
do the
Which is
one
best
that
and
works.
which would you rather
There is
have?
Nothing,
It depends
Which do you have?
It
really
Okay,
depends.
fine.
Where
Which
there's-
do you have currently, Titi?
Okay, so for me, I'm
Oscar the provider, or is he the lover?
He's always been both. He's always been both.
If I go
But
live
the
television.
thing is, women also have foresight.
No, I-
So
I-
when we were in an apartment in Lekki, and the landlady was gonna up the rent by about 200%, I looked at him and I looked at the landlady and I, asked nicely of my mother-in-law if we could stay in her place because I knew that he was gonna try and kill himself
Yeah,
to
make it happen.
to
Exactly.
sort it out. And I'm like, I don't want him to be in that kind of mind space. But the truth is, really, some women will be like, it's not really my business.
So
If
Oscar
you
is the
like,
provider.
he is. Yes,
Mr. Agbeleshe
definitely.
is the what? The lover or the provider?
He's the everything.
Everything,
everything.
yeah.
My husband doesn't want, even if I'm making $1 million.
He doesn't want you to spend it.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. So I think everything. So there's like a balance, right? Like I say, like I have my discretions. I know what I should
Yeah.
be spending it on. For
Exactly.
instance, now if I'm in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Let me be in the kitchen. Papa, do you understand? Like so, is just. But then again, he's not going to.
Let me ask
Some women don't mind their men being pressured, and they think it gingers them. But I don't think I should be
Let
overly
me
pressured.
ask our
And I also
fourth
believe
host.
that everything is balanced, as I said. As I say, and of course, you cannot. I don't know in my situation. I cannot see my husband literally struggling about something, and I can sort it out, and then I will wait. Sometimes just to
Exactly.
even flex.
Yeah. Don't worry, baby, I got this.
I'm going to be asking
Exactly.
Jennifer
Yeah,
at home
exactly.
right now. So Jennifer, which one did you marry? Let me answer for you. The lover, the provider, the man who gives, the man who
Lord.
takes your what do you call it now? Your little.
Takes you on a break.
Let me finish with my love story. Come on.
There's no love.
You know what I am.
Let us know what you think on social media, guys. We'll see you after the break.
Congratulations once again to Moses Bliss and his brand new wife. Happy married life.
Welcome, and it's time for the dailies. Thank you for keeping with us. It's only 7:30. Let's let you know what you'd find on the front pages of every paper. Well, a few of them that you might meet. We've got the Vanguard, the Guardian, Tribune, and of course the Daily Trust. The Nation also makes an appearance here. And I've got Winfrey with the good hair here with me this morning. Thank you for joining.
Thank you.
Let's start with the Guardian, or rather the Vanguard newspaper this morning. Front and center for the Vanguard, big headline meets you for a Monday. FG fights inflation, mops up 5 trillion naira to raise interest rates. I think that already happened kind of like last week. Reprise fixed income yields. CBN meets foreign investors over FX reforms. NPR hike says there will be free entry and exit. At the top for the Vanguard, how Oshoba facilitated my emergence as Alake says Oba Gbadebo. And Nigeria, Qatar sign agreement on education, solid minerals, and others. Tinubu to Qatar investors report any bribe-seeking cabinet member. That one was very, it was a happy tale to hear that we actually finally got that relationship going. If you remember from last week, there was this suggestion that we weren't going to have that meet with the Qataris, but good to see that that's happened and that something's going to come out of that, especially with the solid minerals, because Nigeria is such a rich place with so many minerals that we have not yet tapped. Or perhaps maybe we have tapped into them, but we're not doing enough when it comes to all of these. And that's like a good resource for income for the country. COVID-19 probe, refund or account for 4 billion naira. Reps tell airlines. At the bottom for the Vanguard, only implementation of agreement will stop nationwide strikes, says the NLC. And misinformation on undermining military fights against terrorism. And finally, for the Vanguard, Abuja residents break into government warehouse.
Wow.
That's a very, very sad one. There was also this picture of a truck in transit that was being raided by, I don't know if they're commuters or villagers.
Yeah.
Just goes to show how much the economic situation is biting into people's lives. And it's very sad.
Yes, of course.
What headlines do you have?
Yeah, so I have here The Guardian, and for the major headline there, we have Nigeria's terrorism index. We have that on page 6. Terror attacks decline amid new recruitments, rise in violent conflicts. And to the right of that, we have teachers, endless waits for federal government's promise of improved salary, welfare. We have that on page 4. Below that, we have states should account for money they receive. That definitely should go without saying. Below that, we have telcos may lose 38 billion naira monthly over disconnected telephone lines. We have that on page 3. Below the infographics there, we have hardship, military, paramilitary to distribute food as hoodlums loot warehouses. We have that on page 6. To the left there, below that, we have blame governors for restructuring delay economic downturn. We have that on page 5. Banditry police place 50 million naira bounty on 2 kingpins in Katsina. Below that, on the strip there, we have expert blame social media for mass failure in WAEC, others, and we have that on page 9. So I think, what catches my eye here again is the loot on the warehouses. I mean, I think
more than one case reported.
Yeah, more than one case reported. It's something that literally happens when, everyone is under pressure, everybody's trying to get ahead and things like that. But then again, it should definitely be guarded against. So, yeah.
The chart for The Guardian also caught my eye with the infographic regarding what's the tax in Nigeria and all the dots, especially all the way up in the north. But the major concern is that Delta State actually is on the list here for 145 incidences happening around that area and all down the creek, all down the Delta, Bayelsa and all the rest. That's very, very worrying because these are routes that people...
Yeah.
I'm very, very cognizant with. Imagine the amount of fear that brings currently. I'm going to move on now to the Nation newspaper.
Yes.
Nation newspaper's got these headlines here. The big one that meets you, Nigeria cleaning obstacle to investment, says president. And at the top, aspirant Aida Tiwa dash over governor's certificate. ICPC quizzes government officials over missing 3.4 billion naira IMF loan. And also fire raises 50 acres of palm trees, pineapples worth 150 million naira in Osun State. That's very sad. Do you have not the Punch, but the Tribune?
I have the Tribune and the Daily Trust here. But let's do the Tribune, Nigerian Tribune. So now for the major headlines here, the same. Back to the residents' loot warehouse in Abuja. Still food items. We have that on page 2. Vandalized building belongs to FCT Agric Department. Police arrest 15 suspects. Recover 26 bags of maize. To the top left there, we have more reactions, trail regulatory action on BDC operations. We have that on page 21. To the right of that, Adesina receives Awolowo Leadership Prize Wednesday. Tinubu, Tanzanian presidents go on Anyaku governors, traditional rulers, others to grace occasion. We have that on page 2 as well. And to the left of the image there of our presidents, we have the AFDB supports Nigeria with $134 million to cultivate rice, maize, cassava, soybeans. We have that on page 7. Construction materials price hike, pushing contractors into financial distress. We have that on page 7, quantity surveyors. And below that, we have customs approve 90 days payments window for improperly imported vehicles. We have that on page 6. And below the image there, we have Nigeria, Qatar sign agreements on education investments. Others, Nigeria has best returns on investments. Tinubu says that. And below that, we have tells Qatari investors to report any official who asks for bribe. We have that on page 3. Now, yeah, I think that's a major one because there's no...
Great headlines from the Tribune, actually, especially that for the customs and the approval of 90-day payment window for improperly imported vehicles. This is very interesting because what it's saying to me is if you've got illegal vehicles in Nigeria, giving you 90 days to actually come and get them properly registered and all of that, that's just saying that, hey, welcome all in all. If you smuggled in cars, that just is just, you know.
You never know. I mean, the cops might be waiting.
What advantage, however? I would have thought that perhaps maybe impound these vehicles and then auction them off.
You never know. That might literally just be an invitation to treat. So, like, we have the police standing by waiting for you to come and
Not saying that that's what's happening.
Yeah.
That's those are the headlines that we have for you this morning. Thank you very much for joining us. If you pick up any of these papers, you can leave a message for us using the hashtag WakeUpNigeria on TVC, and we'll get to read them. Use any of the platforms that are available to you. All right, now, so let's move on to the kitchen and find out what's happening in there. Titi, please, what's going on for a Monday morning? And, of course, I see Chef Supertong in the studio here as well. What are we having for breakfast?
Welcome to the Wake Up Nigeria kitchen for a Monday. Chef Shebotimo is back. Welcome. I miss your face cap, that normally has your super tongues. I was expecting to see your face cap today. What happened?
Different look.
It's a different look. But something different in your look, but very familiar in your cooking. Some very ethnic, native spices and proteins here on display. Chef Shebotimo, what are we making today?
We are making a fada and the sauce.
Fada and sauce.
Yes,
Okay.
This is a fada rice.
Okay.
This
Okay.
is the sauce, the pepper, unripe pepper.
Okay.
So
So
has onions, the ripe pepper, the unripe pepper, ginger inside this.
wait, you added ginger to this?
I did.
That's different. I've never heard of ginger. So let's go
Common
over
thing
what's
and a common
inside
way.
there.
Yes, I said I have unripe pepper.
Okay.
I have ginger.
Ginger,
I have unripe tomato.
unripe tomato.
So it will not be too spicy.
Wow.
Unripe.
Do you normally remove the seeds from the pepper or
No,
you just
I
blend
don't.
everything down?
Everything. You can see. You
Okay.
can see trees of-
Okay, all right. I can see it. I can.
This is our pala fish,
Okay.
onions, locust beans, our meat.
So this
salt.
is beef, yes?
Yes.
Only beef?
Only beef.
Okay, only beef for yours.
Salt. This is spice.
Okay. You've
And
mixed
this is-
that your spice that you don't want to tell us what's inside, Abby?
Nothing special now.
Nothing special now. Okay. What's in here? It's smoking.
Okay, we are putting our onions.
No, wait. What is this exactly? This is palm oil, right?
This is red oil, yes.
Okay. So I know a lot of people bleach it all the way down till it's like yellow, but this is
Yes.
still red.
Yeah, no, sometimes the bleaching is not really good for us. It's not.
Okay,
But
okay.
of other sauce, we bleach it. But
Okay.
ordinarily, it's
There's
not
no
good
need.
for the health. To
Okay,
bleach.
all right. So I've heard these things before, you know, to bleach or not to bleach the oil is the question. I think it cooks it down too much, and when oil is on the heat for too long, there's definitely some nutritional benefits you could lose
Yeah,
from
exactly.
overcooking.
From overcooking. So it's
But
not,
the original recipe is to bleach it down, right?
The original recipe is Subrisha, but why are you eating something that is not really good for you?
Oh, well, very good question. Very, very good question.
Why?
So now, onions and locust beans went in together.
Yes, going together.
Okay.
So after then, the pepper will go in.
All right. The pepper
This has been cooked already, so the pepper will now go in. Then after then, we put all those our paparazzi.
Well, let's talk a bit about the meat. You said you cooked it down already.
It's
so
cooked.
Boiled?
Boiled.
Okay,
You
boiled.
can fry it, but I chose to boil it today.
Okay, fantastic.
So,
Any spices when you were boiling it?
Yeah, our normal spice, salt, depending on how you want it. If you want it more spice, you add more spice.
Okay.
But fair spice.
I'm looking at this ofada rice now. I'm wondering when it's going to go on the heat.
We are going to parboil it too.
Okay, all right. So this is extremely brown.
That's
Extremely brown.
original ofada rice
Where do you source your ofada rice from?
from Ogun State.
Ogun State. Fantastic. All right.
As
Now-
small as it is, so expensive.
I can only imagine. There are some things I've removed from my. Can I go in
Go
with
ahead,
this?
go ahead, go ahead.
I can. Okay. You get why?
You get reason.
You get reason.
This is going to.
All right, got you. All right. So now we have the rice in there. So some people choose to rinse it before adding it to the heat, but you're choosing to just parboil it once and for all. Any reason?
No reason. So it always has stone.
Okay.
So the stone will go down as we are
Okay.
parboiling.
Okay.
That's why we are
Fantastic.
doing that.
Fabulous. I will definitely be assisting you in the kitchen as usual.
You love kitchen, but you don't like cooking.
So I think I'm one of the few people that I go to work with the possibility of having to be in the kitchen in the morning. And it's a very interesting dynamic. A lot of people go to work without thinking of their kitchen, but I think of my
But you
kitchen
don't
a
like
lot.
to cook.
Me? Who said? Who said that?
From your
How
look.
do you, from my look? Yeah, you're judging a book by its cover. You are judging me, but it's fine. There was something I used to cook for my husband when we met.
What was that now?
Until now, nobody else can cook it the way I used to cook.
T.I. Tell us now.
But there's also some things that he likes to cook that I just
Tell me that.
I refuse to cook.
Tell me that you know how to cook.
There's a story about yellow Gary. A very big
You want
story.
to tell us.
I won't tell you.
Tell
but
us
that
now.
story, till today, we're still trying to look for the end of that story.
Guys, yet to come. You don't want to tell us the story.
I'll probably tell you off air, but the color of the water.
See, we are taking this water to add another one.
Okay, all right, fantastic. So we're going to pour out that water there. But meanwhile, this is what's going on in this pot. The pepper has been added to the red oil. Take note, for this ofada sauce, we didn't bleach the oil, which is commonplace with many other chefs that have been on the show. But the truth is, it still smells amazing. We have locust beans in there. We have onions in there. And then the pepper was blended with ginger. Now, I've not blended pepper with ginger before personally.
Really? Why?
I've always cut the ginger separate and then added it and fried it down with the garlic.
I know that's not possible, but it will not be. You see it.
Yeah.
You start trading.
I like seeing garlic and ginger. That's just a personal choice. I like seeing it,
It's
but
not
not everyone
everybody.
likes it. Yeah.
It's not everybody
sure.
that likes it, especially children. They will, even onion, they will remove it away from it. You have not experienced that.
Well, I don't know. My own kids don't. They like seeing those things, but maybe not onions.
You have not served children fried rice and they are removing all these
The vegetables.
vegetables inside it.
Really? No.
When I was growing up, I don't like seeing it.
Okay.
Personally,
Okay.
I don't like seeing all these locust beans these
Okay.
in my food. Maybe
Well,
of garlic or
I
ginger.
guess
I'll
I guess
just
to each their own. To each their own. At this point, even locust beans could be used in okra, right? And when
Yes, sir.
eating okra, how will you start removing locust beans from?
Not that I can't eat it, but ordinarily, if I have my way, I will not put it.
No problem. No problem.
For me to be seeing it, but now that I'm growing up, that I'm now chef. No story.
Can we talk about the rice a little? How long do you think it's going to take for this rice to cook?
It will not stay so long. It's the father. I don't really. But since what I noticed about this seeds is so dry.
Okay.
So Ordinary, if it's not dry, you can use maybe, let me use this for maybe 20 minutes.
Okay.
Or when it's dry, let's say 30 minutes.
30 minutes. Okay.
So, since we are, this is the second time we are removing the water.
Yeah.
So we are going to make it, make it so fast. So I'm putting this one now.
All right. So now I wanted to ask about the smell of the rice. Ofada rice has a conch smell when you're cooking it.
Yes.
Do you have any method for removing that smell, or you like it that way?
That's what it's called Ofada. When you now remove all those things, all the smell. Ofada till
Okay. I like it.
But some people don't really like it anyway.
Yeah,
so they will have to turn this water like 3-4 times.
Okay.
But if you see original rice,
Yeah.
forget it. Even the 10 times,
It will still smell
that's the
that way.
taste. Ofada different from the ordinary rice.
Sure.
That's the taste also.
So now we're going in with the panla fish. You've deboned this fish.
I have.
And removed the heads, I believe. And we're going in with that now. So everything is looking good.
I'm putting this too.
What? That's the beef.
Beef.
Okay. All right. That beef is looking very soft.
Ordinary, when you're eating Ofada, the beauty of eating Ofada is this: you have to eat egg. Put egg inside it.
Okay.
Boiled egg.
Mm.
Egg is so expensive now.
One egg is like 200 naira. Goodness me. It's something almost unbelievable. So a relative of mine actually rears chickens. And I was like, why didn't I start rearing chickens back then? They advised me, at least you'll be getting like 3 or 4 eggs from those chickens.
Not that you won't get it, but the feet are too expensive.
Oh, chicken feed is also expensive.
Like 15,000 thereabout for a bag.
For a bag.
And you're not even sure of those birds surviving. So farmers are really trying anyway. I give it to them. It's not easy out there, it's not. But let's just keep giving thanks to God because we're healthy, alive, we are doing this, we can dance, we can party. Every other thing will take place.
Amen to that. Now, we would love to see your version of this Ofada rice. Please use our hashtag WakeUpNigeria on TVC and tag us WakeUpNigeria TVCE on Instagram. Welcome back. Yes, so it's time for the second hour of Wake Up Nigeria for Monday. It's been a marvelous Monday so far. Hopefully, we've helped you get up and start your day the right way.
Absolutely. Welcome if you are a late riser and joining us for the second hour. We made this specially for you guys because we know you like your sleep. You can always catch the start of the show on YouTube where it's going to be posted right after the show so you can catch everything that started from 7 a.m., especially inside the kitchen where Chef Supatong is providing us with some beautiful breakfast this morning. Yes?
Always,
what is that we're having again?
We're having Ofada rice and ayamase sauce. But it's a tweaked version, actually, tweaked version.
In the past 2 weeks, this show has been brought to you by ayamase sauce because the variations of ayamase sauce that we've been having, ayamashi sauce that we've been having have been epic.
Yeah.
And hey, I'm not saying stop because I love getting myself some ayamashi sauce in the morning just before, or after the show. So grand, bring it on. There's still so much coming your way, some motivation, some also performances for you. So if you stick right there, we'll let you know, well, hey, how exciting this can get. My name is Mazino Appeal.
And I'm Titilayo Oyinson. Please watch us live on YouTube. We're live right there now. Search for TVC Entertainment. We're also live on X as well. Search for TVC Entertainment _. And of course, if you would like to join us on social media, we're at TVC Entertainment _ across all the platforms.
Yes, indeed. Now, for what we have coming your way this morning, we have a very interesting performance. Now, this one you're absolutely going to love. Lugo White is a very interesting musician, performer. He's also a songwriter. Ishola Tohib Okwebi is his real name, but hey, he goes by Lugo White. And of course, born and brought up in Bariga here in Lagos, his Afro-fusion style is something to look forward to. He's from Kwara State, so you can expect all those fusion into his performance.
For motivation, we have Damilola Ogunremi, owners of DRS Etiquette, and rather owner of DRS Etiquette and Image Consulting, an experienced etiquette and image expert with a decade plus of experience working with many organizations, corporate individuals, schools, and startups. It's all about the discussion today, which is enhancing productivity within your organization.
Joining us for SME, we have Okoye Victoria Ego, the dynamic entrepreneur and also the CEO of It's by Vic, a thriving fashion jewelry brand making waves in Nigeria with a passion for style and also commitment to excellence inside of the fashion industry. We're going to be meeting Vic here and we're going to be talking about everything that she's been through in the past couple of years in her business. Very nice accessories there.
Lovely.
Beginning to wish I could get one.
Yeah.
All right. Welcome back, ladies. I said something to my wife, and I said that at the start of the show. Good that we're having this opportunity to talk about it. I was saying something about kids these days, this generation, the generation before us, and then our generation, and how we actually view ourselves differently. By virtue of the fact that kids these days have an apparatus with which they can actually view themselves, videos, pictures, and our commitment to actually make sure that these memories are kept and stored. In our time, our parents like, these albums, our parents like, every year, is it 2? Take a picture.
Don't
is
do
it 3?
that,
Take a
get out.
picture.
No, I think they tried their best to actually capture the moments. I think it does. Some. I think it really
I
depends
don't have a
on
video
the
of myself as a kid.
Video.
You don't have
When
one?
you were born, there were nothing like phones.
That's my point. That's my point.
That's why I said
There were
media
video
events,
cameras
everyone
when you
used
were
to
born.
It was
There were no
expensive.
video when
There
Mazino
were
was
video
born.
cameras. Yes.
When Mazino was
Yes, there were. There were. It was just expensive
I
to,
see
to
what
take a
she's
video.
saying. She's talking about the fact that I was born in the dinosaur era. Well
There
played.
were.
Well played. Well played.
And I think that it actually also affects like a number of like our behaviors as well, our confidence levels.
Exactly. They're so confident, these kids in your generation. Ours, it
so
was
insecure.
by a stroke of luck that we actually breached that confidence
You did?
barrier. Winfrey, you're all out for me.
So now it's interesting that we should talk about how life just evolves, and no matter what you try to do, really, just make sure you live the best life. You put everything into it. But there are some
moments.
There are a lot of comments online, especially since Mr. Ibu he passed away over the weekend, and they kept listing his faults as opposed to his achievements on Twitter, for instance. And it was really sad to me that, instead of being remembered like for what his legacy should have been was, how amazing an actor he actually was, and actually a really funny guy. I was just finding it really, really sad that
I
that's
think
what they were talking
he left
about
quite the
online.
legacy when it comes to his contributions inside of the Nigerian movie industry and
Yeah,
also
sure.
comedy in general. He was never scared at all to be laughed at, to laugh at himself,
Sure.
no matter how old he got. And that was one thing about him that I really liked. He brought fun into a room. People tell stories about how even in his deepest, in his lowest moments, he was still quite the inspiration. I'm sure we're definitely going to miss him. He's the source of a million memes, Nigerian memes on Instagram, on social media.
Sure.
So he's not going anywhere too quickly, even if he's left us. There was also the case of Sisi Quadri, a Yoruba actor who passed under some very strange circumstances, hiccups, I heard. I don't know how that could be an ailment. But, well, hey, we will remember them for everything that they left for us in terms of video, content, and memories, like we started out talking about from before.
Yes, of course.
All right. So capture every memory, capture every opportunity where you get to maybe run in the rain.
Be
And
happy.
don't take yourself too seriously.
No, don't.
It's time once again for a news update right here on Wake Up Nigeria. My name is Titilayo Oyinson. Thanks for joining us. We begin in Doha, where President Bola Tinubu has assured foreign investors that Nigeria is ready for serious business, as his administration will deal decisively with any and all entrenched interests in the country who undermine investor confidence. President Tinubu also witnessed the signing of several agreements between Nigeria and Qatar. The agreements signed are in education, enterprise development, investment promotion, among other sectors. And Minister of Solid Minerals Development, Dele Alake, says data on patterns and quantity on energy mineral lithium are available at the Nigeria Geological Survey Agency for business purposes. The minister was speaking in Doha during a meeting with Qatari businessmen on the sidelines of President Tinubu's visit to the Arab country. Mr. Alake says mineral exploration initiated by the federal government has identified locations where lithium is in commercial quantities in high grades.
Now we have in large quantities in several locations, not just one location. We have in several states. In fact, lithium, we have a competitive edge in terms of cost of production because it's not deep.
Close to surface.
Very, very close. There are some states, like in Nasarawa, you could literally pick on the ground.
Water is washing it away.
Yes. You pick on the ground. In fact, there are some illegal miners who don't dig at all. They just pick
From the surface.
on the surface and go and wash it.
Well settled. Financially, they're very strong. They're ready, like, to come with 1 to 2 billion is easy for them to put the money there. This is one thing. The second thing is technically they are very strong because they are already working in different countries. Thirdly, the technology they are using, so they have the finest technology as well.
Now, Egypt hosted some envoys for further talks in diplomatic efforts for a ceasefire between Israel and Hamas as the war in Gaza continues. Israel is reported to be demanding reassurances on the status of the hostages before attending, but Israeli media says Hamas is refusing to confirm which of its hostages are still alive, so Israel will not attend. The U.S. says the 6-week pause would see the release of more Israeli hostages and Palestinian prisoners. Pressure for a deal intensified after Thursday's incident outside Gaza City in the north of the territory, where at least 112 people were killed as crowds rushed an aid envoy. Hamas has accused Israel of shooting at civilians as they attempted to get food, but Israel has denied this. And that's all we can take on news and sports for the second hour of the show today. It's been great, but there's still quite a bit to come right here on Wake Up Nigeria. Stay with us.
And right now, it's Monday, and we definitely are going to be motivating you. And right now, I have with me Damilola Ogunremi. Now, she is the owner of DRS Etiquette and Image Consulting, and an experienced etiquette and image expert with a decade plus of experience working with organizations, corporate individuals, schools, and startups. Definitely, and she has a whole lot to tell us today about how we run and enhance productivity within an organization. Welcome to Wake Up Nigeria.
Thank you very much. Good morning.
Good morning to you. It's a pleasure having you here for the very first time. I hope you're not nervous.
No,
I won't bite
I'm
you.
not. It's actually the first time. This is my third time here.
Yeah, really?
yeah.
Okay, my bad. All right, now, so just, today we're talking about enhancing productivity
Within an
organization.
Yes.
And it's really important because, beginning of the year, everybody is, New Year resolution, New Year, new me. Now it's March. Some people may have slowed down a bit, and then we definitely need to get them back to speed
On
and
track.
back to, on track. And so tell me, what would you say the basics are when it comes to enhancing productivity?
Okay, there are two ways you can enhance productivity within an organization, from the employer's perspective and from the employee's perspective. But today I'm going to focus on the employee's perspective, okay? So on the job, there are things that are critical, there are things that are important, there are things that are critical and urgent. Some things are critical to your KPI, and they are important things. I'll give you an example. Turning in weekly report is important.
Yes.
Responding to your employee's report, your employees give you a report to prepare now, that is important, okay? Turning in sales, increasing sales, that is critical to your KPI. Yes, so that comes in there, okay? And there are things that are not important at all, like watching video. YouTube videos on the job. Understand? So what other things are critical to your KPI is training yourself, up-leveling your skills. And if some professionals that come across, over the years, they'll tell you, I can't train, I can't pay money to train myself. When you train my organization, they won't promote you, they will increase your salary. Can I tell you a story of a young man I followed over the years? He went to a private university here in Nigeria and followed his education outside the country. When he came back, to get a job was quite difficult, but eventually he found himself in one company in Nigeria here, I won't mention the name. And when he got there, there are some companies that will not pay attention to you once you start showing value, once you start making yourself worthy on the job. So he got there, it was just normal boy, designing here and there. So one day I noticed that he likes to watch videos a lot. I advised him, instead of using this time to watch video, why not train yourself? There are free training online that you can train, And another thing, another point I want people to notice this morning, it's not just about training yourself on the job, but applying what you learn, the tools, to the job, to increase your worthiness. Instead, to offer efficient output on the job. So back to the young man, eventually yielded, and he took free training. At some point, he wrote a sponsor free to Google. So, and after a while, he paid for Google training as well, and he started applying the same thing on the job. When I told him to start training himself, he said, in the company where I work, they don't promote you. If you like, go and train in heaven, you will get promotion, you will get salary increment. I advise him to do it. And when you do it, apply what you learn to the job. Do things that are critical to your KPI. And he started doing that. You know what, Felix? The clients started noticing. And when you work in an organization and the clients started noticing you, they start requesting for you, the management will notice you. So, another thing you want to do is to work together with your colleagues. Or if you've gone for training, you've trained yourself, you're building yourself, don't hound what you've learned to yourself. Oh, what they did when I went for training, let them go and do their training too. No, I'm not going to share. What I noticed about his journey, his professional journey, is that, some of his colleagues, they call him when a client requests for them. They're actually engineers. So when they go to visit client, they have problems, they're unable to solve the issues. And they call this young man. He will solve it for them, and client were paying attention. They were paying attention. So in the end, when they want to request for anyone in his department, they call for him. And the team lead started noticing his skills as well. And as a result, they're moving from one department to the other, department to the other. Another thing he did on the job, the things I learned, he called people in his department together and trained them. You see how he's improving productivity, his worthiness on the job, things that are critical to his KPI. So, and along the line, power change hunt. There's a company that don't increase salary, they don't promote you.
Yes.
And as I was saying, power change hunt. Somebody came in. The thing is that the team leads actually notice him. The CEO also noticed him because when top clients call, they want this young man.
They want him to.
They want him to attend to him.
Yes.
And one thing is that when you start increasing your productivity with an organization, it's not an instant success. It's progressive. It's going, like this young man I'm talking about, it's a journey of 10 years. And now he's a manager, the same company. And over the years, he enjoyed salary increment. So it's the point this morning that I really want to motivate professionals about is that the journey is going to be gradual. Go for training, apply the tools on the job. Don't do things that are not important on the job. Yes, as I said earlier, turning in weekly report is critical. Responding to you, employers, orders, do this and that for me is important. But the critical things like adding value, on the job, things that are critical to your KPI, do them.
Okay.
Yes.
So now what do you have to say to, a lot of times, right, you meet people and then like the culprits that are used to probably watching videos on company time or doing other things. In fact, a lot of people now run like side hustles and other businesses and all of that. And then most of them, the same things. Either they don't promote or they don't So a lot of things, and also employers also like take advantage of like people. You know how they say the reward for good work is more work, right?
Yes.
And people actually tend to be and fall into that trap, thinking, okay, fine, if I work more, if I apply myself more, they're just going to give me more work without any reward. And in some places, you can't deny the fact that that happens, right?
Of
So now,
course.
what do you have to say to
So,
people that
like,
people like
back
that?
to this young man's story. When I advised him initially to spend the time he's using on YouTube videos on training, he said, where I work, they don't
Yeah,
promote,
they don't.
increase salary. See, when it comes to your career, if you actually take it as career or a job you're just doing to feed yourself as of now, then you can do as you please. You need to think long term. What will I do for myself? You're building yourself.
Yeah.
Okay, even when you work to get more work, it's to your benefit.
To your benefit, true. Because I
Because-
mean, all the experience you
Yes.
get, no one can take it away.
I'm telling you, it builds you. Now this young man I'm talking about, if you see the kind of people he deals with, in fact, when he became manager, I advised, he said he's going to move. I said, don't move yet, build yourself.
Build
And you know
yourself.
what happened? The top management gave him a task to measure his KPI.
Oh, that's
I said,
amazing.
just, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Imagine
just
you've moved. You will go out of the place,
true.
a baked professional.
True.
You're now in the managerial position. Learn.
Learn and keep learning.
So just
Thank you
build
so much.
yourself.
Yes.
Invest in yourself.
Amazing. Thank you so much. And I mean, I wish we had more time to have the conversation, but then again, we'll continue next week because
Yeah.
you'll be joining us
Yes.
next week again. Thank you so much for
Thank
being
you too.
here. Amazing. Keep building yourself, keep training yourself. We'll go on a quick break right now, and when we come back, so much more still happening right here on Wake Up Nigeria.
And you are welcome. Let's also make welcome our SME guest, Okwe Victoria Ego. Now, she is, I say, the CEO of I Stunned by Vic, which I got wrongly in the beginning, but I've been corrected now. She's a thriving fashion jewelry brand, and of course, she's making waves here in Nigeria. You are welcome, Vic. Good to have you here.
So much. Thank you so much.
Let's talk about fashion and accessorizing, which is something that you've been doing for the past how many years now?
It's been 2+ years now.
2+ years.
Yes.
I Stunned by Vic has
Yes.
been doing this for the past 2.5 years.
Yes.
And how big is this business?
Quite big. More than what I actually expected.
Oh, that is good.
The growth has been amazing, and yeah, it's big and it's getting bigger.
Fantastic. What kind of accessories do you deal in?
We sell mostly wristwatches for both men and women.
Okay.
We also deal with purses and wallets as well.
Okay.
Anything accessories, just to take your outfit from basic to stunning.
Oh, wow, that's nice. From basic to stunning. That's
Yes.
beautiful. Did you
you
guys
so
hear?
much.
Grand. So where do you, well, first off, where do you get these materials? Where do you get your products from?
I ship them in from China.
Okay.
Yes, I ship them in from China, and it takes sometimes a month to get to Nigeria. And yeah, that's it, just from China.
The present circumstance we have in Nigeria concerning FX, how did that affect your business?
Oh, a lot. The exchange rate has not been favorable, and we had to increase the prices of all our products, which also has affected sales as well, because a lot of people, it has affected purchasing power in general, because sometimes people will see some items and buy on impulse, but because of the current situation of the economy,
Everybody's thinking
they'll rather
twice.
use that money to eat, to
Yeah.
buy foodstuffs, and yeah, it affects, but we're still thankful that we're able to close sales every day.
Okay, so now I Stunned by Vic. You came about that brand name. I
in the
messed it
corner
up
of my room.
in the beginning, but you want to explain why it's I Stunned by Vic?
Okay, so I've been in business generally for 6+ years.
Okay.
And I've had other brands, and one of my most popular brand name was Stunner by Vic.
Okay.
And we had an issue with that brand name, and I wanted a new name centered around Stunner by Vic. I didn't want it to be too far away.
Okay.
And I wanted something that our clients it would make our clients find us easier. So I didn't want to let go of Stunner, so I picked Stun, then by Vic.
Okay, I Stunned by Vic.
Yes.
Grand, which is very good. As long as it
Thank you
makes
so
you money,
much.
it's fantastic.
does.
So it's a great brand name.
Thank you.
And you talked about getting your products from China. So I'm wondering when you're going to meet both together, the brand name and, of course, your products, and how that's going to affect your output when it comes to people knowing that brand and also buying from it. I'm talking about, have you branded these accessories with I Stand by Vic yet?
It's something that we're looking forward to. For now, we're trying to gather clients, have them, and before you launch a product, you have to make sure that people are willing, people trust you enough.
Already.
Yeah, so it's something that we'll definitely do, but not for now.
Okay, so here on the SME segment, we always like to provide people who might be watching and thinking that perhaps I can go into that kind of business with the right frame of mind, the right details about this kind of business. So importing and also sales here. What are the challenges that you have faced that if anybody came to you and said, I want to go into this business, what would you, first off, let them be aware of?
It's a whole lot of challenges running a business, especially in this country. But I feel like one of the major challenge is getting people to trust you.
Trust.
Yes, trust, because at the end of the day, these people are releasing their money to you and they should in turn get value for their money. So it's going to take a whole lot of convincing to do. You have to convince people, you have to make sure to give value. For every product you sell, give value for their money, have a very good customer interaction.
Okay.
And yeah, that's it. It's a whole lot, but yeah, I think with just these few things, you'll be able to grab some people's attention and they, in turn, advertise your products to other people.
Brand, word of mouth. Trust is a very, 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 very important thing when it comes to keeping your client and also having them return.
It is.
Do you use the online platforms as a mechanism?
Yes.
Now, when we talk about trust and using the online platform to push your products, how do you sell to people online, people who you've not met? How do you get them to trust you enough to perhaps maybe pay ahead before delivery, or do you go by, I will collect sums at delivery?
This is also one of the major challenges with running a business, especially when it's strictly online. For me, I will speak for myself, it's unreal because I still don't know how people get to trust me. I still can't understand it, but I feel like putting myself out there always has given me that edge. We have policies, we have rules. We don't accept payment after seeing the product, but because we always offer value, people would definitely always come to us to shop. So for people looking to sell their products strictly online, you have to do something extraordinary for people to trust you. So put yourself out there more, and again, always give them value for their money.
So you built that credibility because you've been in this business. But for me, who I'm just starting, and those of us out there who might also be trying to start, how can we, at the start, build that confidence? What do I tell a client that, hey, don't worry, entrust your money to me. The accessories will get to you.
Honestly, there's no manual for it, but again, put yourself out there. Always make videos, always show your day-to-day activities. Transparency, yes. Be transparent. Your reviews, you have to post reviews. Whether good, whether bad. Yes, and also have this customer interaction, be good to people, and in turn, they advertise your business to other people.
Oh, that is absolutely fantastic. Okay, so if I'm getting started, what do I need? How much do I need to invest in such a business?
I would say it's a lot. It's a lot, and there are so many ways you can start a business. For me, I think I started with people's money. Like I said, I've been in business for 6+ years now. And I had a business idea at the time and no capital. But my two best friends in the uni, Josie and Ene, they both helped me. They invested in me. They spoke to people about me. They would go around our department after lectures and speak to girls, and they'll come to me. They will give me money to buy products for them, and I deliver. And they in turn talk to people.
Which is in school that you could sell to.
It was a confidence booster for me because after I graduated, I said, I can do this. It's working for me, and I don't have to limit it to my school. I can do it for other people.
That's what you've done since graduation.
Yes.
Oh, fantastic.
I've always been in business.
Quite a success story, man.
Thank you so much.
And I hope that everybody out there who's listened in have taken something from this experience from Vic, and hopefully that you guys can start your own accessory business as well. No matter the challenges, like she said, there always will be challenges. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me.
And of course, sorry, did I say N? I remember N well in school. Victoria.
I stand by Victoria.
Yes. Victoria, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me.
We have something prepared that would like you to come and give us a grade on breakfast, and we're wondering if you'd like to taste and tell us how it tastes.
Yes, I will.
All right, so let's bring you over to the kitchen right now, okay?
Thank
and
you
then
so much.
we'll let you guys know exactly how it tastes in just about a minute.
All right.
Hello, everybody. Miss Victoria. Victoria, of course, you know
Hi,
Titi,
Victoria.
our chef Super Tongue, and of course, Winfrey. Sorry, Winfrey.
Goodness me, it's been a marvelous Monday so far, am I right?
Indeed it has.
Am I right?
Yes, indeed.
Especially when you see food in front of you. Chef Shebutimo, what do we have here?
We have ofada rice and the sauce, which is a yam sauce.
Okay, all right.
With the red pepper.
All right. And I saw some panla in there somewhere around.
There's some fish.
Yeah, exactly. And of course, the plantain is a very key ingredient there for Chef Shebutimo.
Move that.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Do give it a try, Vicky. Let's know what it tastes like so that everybody out there will attest
looks so good,
to
though.
It does.
Chef Shebutimo's delicious
It does.
meal.
All right, so go ahead. Chef Shebutimo is well known for her native flavors.
Indigenous flavors.
Well, okay, they call it native rice. They don't call it indigenous rice.
Oh, John.
All right.
What's it taste like?
It's amazing.
Yes, it is.
It's really delicious.
All right.
Another success for our kitchen here. Wake Up Nigeria, Chef Shebutimo. Thank you very much. Super Tongue in the house.
Yes, sir. We
goodbye,
can't wait for the next time you come around because you always put a smile on our face.
Thank you.
We are going to be back again 7 a.m. tomorrow morning. Make sure you do not miss a thing.
Yes, of course. We'll see you then. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye now.